We live, baby. We live.
What up, though?
Yeah, buddy. Let's go ahead and shoot out this link so we can.
I'm gonna share it on Facebook.
Right. Me too, baby. Me too. We live, baby. We live.
Yeah.
All
And turn
right.
it down. So we're doing a double play.
All right. Now, how do I share this?
Share Facebook.
Yes. I say screen share. I don't want to share my screen.
And then share Instagram.
Nigga, how am I supposed to be sharing this?
I just shared it on my Facebook and I'm finna share it on my Instagram.
Word.
Word.
We
That
live,
stinks.
baby.
The only way you can share it, the only way it'll let me share it on Instagram is Instagram Direct. I didn't ask for that.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna go to YouTube. Why Mac has joined the call in the building.
The black antagonist has joined the building.
looking swole as fuck. You hear me? That boy Yannick swole as fuck. He got that beard now.
Yeah, excuse my attire. I just came from a gym. So.
Oh, that's cool, sister. We appreciate the fact that you are working out.
Yeah, man, gotta do it.
Hey, I feel you, sister. That's what you should be doing. I know I've been getting my little swole on from the gym and cutting these lawns and whatnot. You dig? So yeah, your boy been losing a little bit of weight today. Well, maybe not specifically today, but have been losing weight. You dig?
That's what's up.
It is.
I'm
trying, though. I'm trying.
And fat back.
You say you
salt pork.
You say you gonna cook some collard greens, Becky? You gonna cook some collard greens, Becky?
Nah.
You know them white folk, boy, they be crying. Yannick, I'm telling you, Rebecca cooks so good. White people be crying when she be cooking. They be like, "Oh my God, Becky, these greens! Oh my God, they're so good! I've never had greens like this before, Mammy. What did you put in these greens?"
I was gonna say, nigger, it's about time. Well, I guess Mammy.
Aunt Jemima, what did you put in these greens? These are fantastic.
Yeah, I did have somebody cry on me. They got mad because it wasn't enough. I didn't make enough, and she cried and told me I was selfish and I was a jerk because I didn't make enough.
I ain't never heard nobody cry over some greens now. Yeah, buddy. So shoot. Before we get to going off too bad, we might as well make our introductions, shall we? Welcome everybody to the 22nd episode of the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast, the best podcast to ever hit the streets of St. Louis or the streets, period. We out here doing big things, we doing stuff and having conversations that ain't nobody else having. We are the Obamacare podcast. We are the podcast for the working man and the working woman.
This is mine.
Yes. It ain't for everybody, but for that realness, you got to come holler at the Conscious St. Louis podcast. So I got my, African black woman shirt on. For all of you feminists who say that I hate black women, okay, clearly this is a sign that I do not hate black women. But that's another topic for a little bit later, because we definitely got to talk about these so-called black feminists who seem to hate that I think black women. But before we get into that, we have brother Yannick McCook in the building, straight out of Florida, looking
AKA
like
the black antagonist.
That's right.
Looking like Black Samson with that motherfucking beard and shit.
Can't let him shave it here, man.
Looking like James Earl Jones Jr. and shit. No. My son works. And we also have my best friend, and literally I could not do it without her. She is a critically acclaimed author, and She makes the best greens in the entire world,
Oh,
according
I
to
hate
white
you so
people.
much. I hate you so much.
She got the workout gear on. Becky been trying to get her little swole on. I feel that. How you doing today, Rebecca? How's it
I
going?
am great.
Good.
Look at this thumbnail. Look at this thumbnail for the podcast. Can you see that? Can y'all see my face?
Hold on. Back alive.
Let me see. He looked it
Oh,
up.
that's terrible. Oh, YouTube is a hater.
Yeah, buddy. So did everybody get the topic list that I emailed out this week?
Oh wow, yes, it is that.
Yeah.
Yes, and we actually have one thing that we would like to add in here.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta talk about these feminists, especially these black
Feminist?
ones. Yes, the phlegm. You know that phlegm, the shit that get caught in the back. The feminists.
Not going at you today.
They feminists. Just the fact that me speaking to her, that little piece of phlegm get caught up in.
Stupid.
Yeah, so this is in response to a post that somebody posted on Facebook, and her I guess Instagram is Ubuntu Queen, the African goddess, and her post says men want sons over daughters because it's easier to pass down gender-based bigotry and patriarchy than it is to raise a potential victim to their own ideas and behaviors.
This is why we have dumb
Rebecca,
women.
as a woman, as a black woman, how do you feel about that? Do you feel that black women, black men are wanting sons so that we can raise them to do the same things that we have done to women? Speak
No,
on
not at
that.
all. First of all, I think she's stupid, whoever she is, and I could care less if you hear this or not. But if you listen, chick, you're stupid. No, I think men. Sorry about that, y'all. I think men have children, so their names they want sons to have their namesake carried on, not so much so as I just want a son because I want to teach them this and that. And I think that's got to be. I will say this. This has to be the dumbest comment I've heard all day today, and I hear a lot of dumb stuff every day and see a lot of dumb stuff. That has to be the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard today. Today's not over though. And I hope she doesn't procreate because we don't need no more dumb children like that.
Right. Well, it
Like
wasn't
keep them
my.
seeds.
I'll
Huh?
say it wasn't my Facebook friend who wrote it. She just reposted it and agreed with it. But continue.
That's stupid. That's got to be stupid. I would love to hear because I'm just a woman. I don't have the precious tenderloins as men do. So I would love to hear what you guys got to say. Because I can go on and on about how dumb this chick is. But I would really love to hear what y'all got to say about this.
All right. Why Mac? Take it away.
The black antagonist.
Yes. The black antagonist. Your new nickname, nigga.
So let me try to understand what the woman was saying. What the woman was saying in the post. Me, a black man, the only reason that I would have a son was so that I can teach him to oppress black women.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
That is what the post says. You are further pushing the patriarchy and bad behaviors of black men so you could teach him the little black boys so he could continue to berate little black girls. It's basically what it's saying.
So I don't even know how to attack this. This is so stupid.
Man, you know, feminism don't really actually make any sense.
If our intentions were to ill-treat, disrespect, oppress our women, And if we were so good at it, then why would we date outside of our race? I mean, if we're doing such a great job and we got it so good over here oppressing our women, and that's what black men do, then why would we date outside of our race? I mean, for the ones who do,
Right.
that's my question.
Hmm.
It don't really make sense when they say that black men are like, we try to abuse and oppress. First of all, the black men they're talking about is the low 20% who they choose to procreate with. The
Hmm.
majority of single black moms. The
Hmm.
black men out here who are out here, getting it, trying to make the money, doing what they got to do, go to school,
Right.
whatever, start a business. They're not interested in them. They want the guys who reminds them of the guys they saw in the hood. So it's just like a cycle.
Hmm.
So it doesn't make sense. Like we're not out here trying to oppress our women. Like no. And where do you draw the line with that? What did they call being oppressed? Can you answer that for me, Becky?
No, I can't answer dumb stuff. I can't answer things. I can't answer. Are you asking me like? Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Um, oh my gosh, just the level of stupidity. Okay, so are you asking me what do women call oppression, or what do black
Yes.
feminists? Okay.
How are black men oppressing black women?
How are black men oppressing black women?
Hmm.
Well, I can't speak for myself because I'm all about self accountability, but I can speak for other women. I don't really even think it's oppression. It's not oppression, it's a choice. But I digress. So, what women may see as oppression is how. I can't even. This is level of stupidity. It's hard for me to tap into the spirit of a dumb chick. It's really hard. It's challenging.
You are a gutter snipe, beloved.
Oh,
You are
gosh.
a gutter snipe.
In my opinion, you have two types of women. Women, the educated oppression, as far as like educated women and how they feel men oppress them, or just the ratchet chick oppression. Like you have, and both kind of really meet in the middle. It's just one have a degree and one does not, if that makes any sense. But a lot of women feel like they're oppressed if they get a man that doesn't necessarily meet their financial standards. I've heard people say, "Well, I'm tired of dating potential." Like by a certain point, potential needs to be something that you're doing. You shouldn't have potential. Some women feel oppressed by men in regards to like it's just hard because it's just stupid. You get women. Y'all don't understand how hard this is. You get women who feel like I feel women want men to be too much. That's just my opinion. It's almost like you say, well, he doesn't do what I want him to do when I want him to do it, or he doesn't take the trash out, or he can't do this. He doesn't take me out. He's not, too much into their emotional feelings, or he has too many kids, or I'm oppressed by all these baby mamas, or I'm oppressed by how he treats me. And it really all just the baseline of it is a choice. You're not really oppressed. If anything, you're oppressing yourself. No one can oppress you if you don't allow it. That's why this is hard for me. Y'all don't understand how hard this is for me because I get frustrated. It's all a matter of choice. You say he got too many kids. The way that he used the way men degrade women in regards to like videos or by calling them certain names and this and that. And they say that's how some women will say that's how they feel oppressed. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure someone in the comment section will say something. And I don't care if you don't agree because at the end of the day, it is a choice. You choose. People will treat you according to how you allow them to treat you. If a man if a man cussed you out in a manner, and excuse my language for those who are sensitive, but if a man called you a bitch and you just kind of like, oh, we just go brush it over, so he didn't mean it. And then he keeps doing it, you allowed it to happen the first time. Like, it's all a matter of choice. So, in my opinion, I personally don't feel like black men oppress black women. I feel like, again, it's a matter of choice. You
Be right back.
choose how you are treated. You choose to stay with somebody or continue to have relationship with the person who is mistreating you in a certain manner. It is a matter of choice. It's not oppression. It's just, to
Yes.
me, it's not oppression.
Let
Now,
me
maybe.
hold on. Let me stop you right there, Rebecca.
Mhm.
Kiki says you are what you attract. What you are. Energies
Exactly.
attract energies.
I can agree with that. So if you are an oppressed being, which means if you are in the way I'm thinking, I'm sure she'll correct me because I know Kiki. But if you are someone who is mentally oppressed and you oppress black men, then that means you're going to attract someone who will potentially oppress you because you are who you attract. Energy do attract energies. I 1,000% agree with that. 1,000%. Now, you may have women who, and I'm going to try to take this from a different angle. You may have women who are mentally, physically, emotionally abused. And piggybacking off what Kiki said, you're going to attract an abuser because you are already abused. So your energy is going to attract someone who will abuse you in some way, shape, or form. Then some women may look at that as a form of oppression. But how I combat that is saying, okay, well, if you recognize this about yourself and you know this is who you are, you need to go back to what got you to this point, what started you to this point to fix that. So, again, at the end of the day, it's a matter of choice, it's a matter of will, it's a matter of spirit. What are you willing to do to change the situation that you have? I just don't think that men, or in my opinion, I have never experienced someone who oppresses me. I just don't see that. Because even the bad relationships, every last one of them that I was in was a matter of choice. Every last one of them. There is no excuse. I chose to stay. I didn't have to. That's just my opinion.
And you heard it first from our chorus. Love it, ladies and gentlemen. Love it. But let me see. Men want sons to continue the cycle of patriarchy and bullshit so that we can oppress women.
Mhm.
As a white man, I would say that is absolutely 100% equivocally truthful for white men.
Mhm.
White men have historically practiced patriarchy on his women.
Okay.
Obviously, white women got the right to vote after niggas did. So that kind of shows you how the white man feels about his woman. They say all of them, but most, right? Africans historically have never practiced patriarchy. Nigga. Africa itself is a matriarchal society, and it always was. Like black men, African men uplift their women sometimes too much, sometimes to a fault. But ain't no black man out here oppressing no black woman. First of all, nigga, we don't even have the money to oppress other women. Okay, first of all, we out here struggling our damn self. How the hell we gonna oppress you and we don't have nothing to oppress you with? See, that's why I hate when black women take on the ideologies of the white oppressor. Hold on. The Hangouts. Yeah, Kiki was trying to get live on IG. I'm asking her if she would like to be the Hangout. We could shoot her a link and get her in here too.
Kiki.
Yeah, if you got a Google account, Kiki, I could just shoot you a link and we could get you on live video on YouTube. That way, you don't have to be on the IG like that. So if you want to shoot me a Gmail address or something like that, I will definitely get you in here. Yeah, but like I was saying, black men have not been oppressing black women like at all. Like it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Show me the black men that are out here oppressing black women. I'm just trying to see it. Show it to me. I'm just trying to understand it. I hate when our women take on the ideologies of the white women. First of all, feminism is the white woman's war. Feminism has always been the white woman's war. Like, always. Nigga, we ain't never had no problem with our women.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I think we can all agree that it's the black feminists that are saying this, that black men are oppressing them.
Yes.
To me, well, in my opinion, it's kind of like the Me Too movement, but instead of sexual assault, they're using.
Kiki!
What up, Kiki? And she got the young one.
The little
Got the young lion with her.
Hey, Vicky. How you doing, King? How you doing?
Kiki, say hello to Yannick. Yannick said hello to Kiki.
AKA the black antagonist.
Right.
He's the black antagonist.
Yeah. He antagonized
every day.
So, Kiki, now that you're here, would like to know. Now, this is a post by a so-called woke black woman who goes by the name Ubuntu Queen. She says men want sons over daughters because it's easier to pass down gender-based bigotry and patriarchy than it is to raise a potential victim to their own ideas and behaviors. What do you think about that?
I can agree with that.
Oh my God.
From what perspective?
I knew it.
Hold on. We would like to give her a chance to explain, and then you can rebut.
As a mother of 3 sons, three black boys. All right. It is easier for their fathers to pass down their bullshit, pass down the fact of they don't know how to really treat a queen, pass down the fact of breaking every queen that they come past, breaking her heart. It's easier for them to pass that shit down than them to potentially face their little girl when her heart is broke. Think about it from that mindset.
It's true. I get it. That's definitely understandable.
Hold on. His face coming. What you got to say, bro?
I'm gonna take a page out of the black feminist book. Who hurt you?
Who hurt me?
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
You see this little guy? His father's in jail. His father is a Black Panther. His father was said to be a king. A couple weeks ago, his father left me for another person. Why? Because he paid $4,000 to his legal fees after I've given everything that I had in my bank account.
I remember that.
He hurt me. This man is daddy.
Let me understand. I think I understand what you said.
Do I hold that against other kings? No, not at all. Not all men are alike. I can absolutely say that not all men are alike. Thank heavens. But at the same time, you got men like that women, black women like me call king, that black women like me say, oh, I got your back, ride or die. You got black women like me that actually do go out there, put boots to the ground, work, go to the fucking court date, go protest, all of that stuff for a black king, for a man that you think is a king, and he do that bullshit, and you're out here hustling every day to feed this little boy and things like that by yourself.
All right, so let me understand. Let me understand what you're saying. He left you for somebody who gave him $4,000. Is that what you said? Is that it? That's the only reason?
This man told me, he said, I love you, I'm in love with you, I care about you, I trust you. But
actions speak louder than words.
That's the thing. But I cannot be with you. First off, she paid so much money. She likes me. She does this. She does that. And besides, I feel like I'm not the man for you.
How many
And
kids
I
you got
feel
with her?
just this one. My ex-husband is the father of my other two, and he steps up and be this guy's father lately. That's what's sad about that. Because me and my ex-husband, if you knew that situation, that was abusive.
Yeah.
And I'll go to him before I go to his daddy.
What attracted you to the Black Panther?
What attracted me? His philosophy, his mindset, where I thought it was. Where I thought it was. Where I thought his mental standings were. Where I thought his status was. But all of it came back to be a lie.
So basically, you were in this situation, like you're in a relationship with someone under false pretenses.
And that happens a lot, especially in the conscious community. It happens a lot. I hate to say that, but it happens way too often in the conscious community. People come off as this, and when you meet them and you actually really dig down and get to know them, and some real shit happens, that's when you really get to know a person.
All right, this shit just took a dark turn, but Kiki, I just met you, and I don't want to offend you because I just met you. I don't know you like that, but
you can ask either one of these other persons on this. It's kind of hard to offend.
It's kind of hard to what?
It's hard to offend her. It's hard to offend her. You know when you offend her when she gets to shooting at you, but that's a story for another day.
No, shoot people.
So, all right, Kiki. Let me just say it like this. It sounds incredible that a man would leave the mother of his child over $4,000. That's all I'm saying. It got to be more than that. Come on now.
As I said, when shit really hit the fan.
Well, not necessarily. Only reason why I'm saying that is because I used to have a homeboy who was a legit opportunist. Like, legit opportunist. Like, I've seen him look at a girl with a doctorate degree and tell her, oh, well, I understand our relationship is great. The rapport we have is great. Blah, 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 blah. Everything is good. Sex is great. Blah, blah, blah. But she makes $25,000 more than you a year. So I'm just going to have to bounce. Like, I've literally seen that. Not saying that's all men, but I'm saying, like, I've seen, like, opportunists.
When you're looking
they wait
at
until the next opportunity come along.
When you're looking at 25 years, not ever seeing your child again, and the mother of your child cannot get that first $5,000 up by herself, and she done gave you over 800 of her hard-earned money, and she's taking care of your child by herself, and another person that was interested in you comes and is like, hey, I got $4,000. What would you do?
All right, so I don't know this guy, so I ain't
all right,
about to.
hold on. Let's reel this conversation back in. Reel it back in. I ain't gonna let you motherfuckers hijack my podcast here. Okay. Now, I will say this. I am not discounting Kiki's experiences because they are her experiences. They are valid. Now, I can say that there were probably some red flags that came up that you ignored because a lot of times we do.
Absolutely. You're blinded by love, bro.
That's why Cat Williams say, when you go to a club and you see a girl you want to take home, you go in the bathroom and you jack off one time. And if you come out and you still feel the same way about her, then you take her home. Otherwise, you be like, oh, that's banana cream pie. I can't. So I just say that to say this. a lot of times we ignore the red flags
I can agree with that.
that are there, and we make excuses for our poor decisions, which segues into our next topic. Why is it that Black people are always begging? Is it that hard to get a job? Or are we just making excuses for the things others don't want to do?
Black people begging who?
And what we begging
Everybody.
For?
Handout.
I feel like
With your
He
hand
said
out.
basically asking for a handout.
It don't matter where it's at. It don't matter what situation it is. Why are Black people always begging for some goddamn change?
Is it like begging besides begging rather than putting in the hard work?
Right.
Okay.
Let's see if you're. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're working hard, you're not begging. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If you're working hard, you're not begging. Oh, I forgot the R&R. Farmer sign on.
Yannick went to go get that. That's why he put us on. That's why he put us on hold. He said.
Kiki inspired me.
I don't think I had to take a sip to deal with you niggas.
So, anyways, like I go places everywhere. Niggas is always begging. Fucking begging. Why are you begging? Get off your goddamn ass and go put something together. Me and Kiki were having this discussion on IG, and it was in response to I went to Taco Bell the other day. I was out working. I went to Taco Bell. I sat down for lunch. Nigga gonna ask me if I got some change for him to get something to eat. And so I'm like, no, I ain't got nothing to eat. But I look like you. I'm looking at the dude. He got Trues and Nike Huaraches on. Motherfucker, you don't like. Look, like Kiki was saying, like, yeah, you know, things happen, whoop-de 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 whoop-de-whoop. But let me tell you something, Kiki, I don't give a fuck about none of that. None of it. It is a bullshit ass excuse for you as a man to not get out there and get off your ass and get a motherfucking job. It is not that serious. If you in a major metropolitan city, you could go get a job. You could go collect goddamn aluminum cans, as many aluminum beer cans and soda cans as it be in the hood. You can walk around and collect aluminum cans. There's no reason for you to be begging, especially your oppressor, especially your motherfucking oppressor. I'm sick and tired of niggas with their motherfucking hands out. Why the hell you always got your hands out? Why?
Honestly, I don't know how it is out in a metropolitan city as far as like jobs and opportunities, because I'm a Southern Belle to the core. So if I see a brother that's wearing True and Gucci and Versace, etc., am I? Really? You thought I can't catch that?
Oh no, not you, Dave.
Oh,
First of all, I don't give a damn if you look like you homeless. If you look like you have a strong back, then you need to go out and work. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for you as a black person not to have some income coming in. I don't care if you live in goddamn Timbuktu. There's no excuse for you not to be working. None. No fucking excuse. Maybe if niggas got off their hold up. Maybe if you got off your ass and went to go look for a job, maybe you would have one. I don't deal in excuse land. I don't live in excuse land. I don't. I done been homeless. I done lost jobs. I done had beans and rice for dinner and bullshit.
I eat that anyways. I'm vegan.
I've been down. I've been.
I need to holler at you because I'm having a rough time.
There. I can speak from experience. I've been down. But never, not once have I ever had my motherfucking hand down asking for some help. You know what I did? I tightened up my belt and I went and did something about it.
Well, David, I'm waiting on my FEMA check.
Right. Everybody waiting on your first of the month check. You waiting on your disability check. And that's the reason. That's kind of where
I get disability. It's called a VA check. Chill, bro.
No, them VA checks is well deserving. Y'all don't get enough money. That's all I'm saying. I work for the VA. Y'all don't get enough money.
Black people need to stop sitting at home waiting on a motherfucking check. If you get a check, that's fine. But do something with that check. Don't just sit on your ass and wait for the first of the month like so many of us do.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
It be the 30th or the 31st, and at 11:58, motherfuckers be at that ATM.
Like, bro.
That's for real, man. Like living in St. Louis, I've seen it far too many times.
11:15, they be lining up at the ATM. So when 12 o'clock comes, they can get their benefits out of that ATM.
That's for real.
Really?
Stop.
Yes.
Waiting on somebody to give you, especially in this society that we are in a complete Nazi system. We are in a complete Nazi system. If you don't think that, then you're absolutely wrong. You need to go back and really look at what the hell is going on around you. But we are in a time where we're getting killed with impunity. Any random white person can walk up on the streets and kill us and have a decent enough excuse, and they'll get off. You still begging white folk for a job. You still begging him to get in his golf clubs. You still begging him so you can worship with him. You still begging a white man so you can go to his hospital. You still begging a white man so you can go to his schools and be around his children so you can be white. When the fuck are you gonna stand up and be black and practice group economics like Dr. Claude Anderson said? When you gonna do that? When you gonna stop begging? When you gonna get off your ass and make something happen for yourself? As many jobs as is out here, you can go to Labor Ready. Labor Ready will hire you on the spot just as a temp for that day. You can go down to Labor Ready and at least earn $50, $75 a day. Hell, I've seen alcoholics with more hustle than some of these motherfuckers out here. At least the alcoholics will be pushing that sharpen cot around until they get to the scrap yard, and they'll turn in all them beer cans and stuff that they picked up. Yeah. No excuse for you not to be working. Somebody go ahead and speak on that.
What you just spoke on was black economics, black, black everything. What you speaking on, period, is black unity. By what I'm saying.
But the only thing we want to unify is we are hungry, please citizen. We are hungry, please citizen. Please, Master, please just give me a few little crumbs, Master. I promise you I won't run off the plantation. I like to hear, Master, just give me a few more crumbs. And then I'd be like, nigga, fuck that. Let's get off this plantation. Master, he trying to get off the plantation. That's him right there. Yeah. And maybe it's a St. Louis thing. I love my people. I really love my people. But I'm tired of us fucking begging. I made a YouTube video about it like 3 years ago about black people stop begging. You're always fucking begging. When you gonna stop begging and go take what's yours?
Because people don't understand the real definition of revolution, dear.
I ain't even so much talking about revolution. I'm talking about putting some ends in your pocket. There's a million things that you can do to put some ends in your pocket. And begging is not one of them. Stop with your hand out. And then you want me to feel sorry for you because you're hungry, but yet you decided you want to buy a $200 pair of jeans and $150 worth of shoes, and you in Taco Bell begging. Like, come on, dog. You can't even fucking come up with $5 for a little Taco Bell box. $5 and some change. You can't come up with $5. You can't come up with $2, $3 for the McDonald's dollar menu. I know it's not the greatest, but it'll put something on your stomach. You can't come up with $5, $10, $20. You know, it's one thing I love about my father. Even though he might have been unemployed, he might have been broke, my father always went out and hustled up something to put some food on the table. We don't have that no more. My father never did beg nobody for anything. He'll go out and he'll do something and he'll make something happen. Even if he has to forego eating so that we can eat, he'll put something on the table.
Is it men or women that are begging?
Men is different. Men beg for like scraps and chump change. Women are more like, well, you have to support me and my lifestyle, and I want to go on trips, and I like nice restaurants, and I like whoopty 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 whoop. Huh?
Something wrong with
What? See, you have to earn. See, there's a thing called earning what is yours. You have to earn those type of restaurants. You have to earn me taking you on trips. You have to earn that. I'm not gonna just flat out take you to Kobe Steakhouse and Benihana's on the first date, and that's like $30, $40 a plate. That shit don't come
Dave,
cheap.
Well, Dave, if you ask some of these women, they might say that they did earn it.
Absolutely.
Not for me, you didn't. I don't give a damn what happened in your last situation. That ain't got shit to do with what's going on right here, right now. You want motherfuckers to, you want me to earn your pussy. Let's just be perfectly honest with you. You want me to earn your pussy. You want me to do all type of tricks and flips and Fruit Loops and hoops to get your pussy. But when a real motherfucker say you gotta earn some goddamn $50, $60 a plate type stuff, you know, like the Millennium Hotel where you like go to the top and it like spins around and you can see the whole city. That's type of stuff that you have to earn. See, you gotta have you a chick who like, you be like, see, I be testing females. I test females just to see what they gonna say. I be like, yeah, see, I was gonna get you some McDonald's, but you acting cool, so I can't get you none. And the ones and the females who be like, I don't care. I like McDonald's and Wendy's is cool. We could just get some Wendy's and grab some Red Box and go back to the crib. I'd be like, you deserve everything, but you ain't asking.
What if I tell your ass to go to the grocery store and pick up a pack of meat? Nigga, we about to save this money and that gum stretch this
Okay,
meal
we could do that too, but that's a privilege you gotta earn too. I ain't finna just cook for no female.
Kiki, like I got kids to feed. You be buying no McDonald's.
Fall in love and shit.
That's the thing. But see, that's the thing. I didn't say you cook. I didn't say you cook. I said we cook. That means both our asses in the goddamn kitchen at the same damn time.
That's what I'm saying. If I cook, goddamn it, you gonna fall in love with all of this lesson and I be doing over that kitchen, and then you gonna fall in love, and I'm gonna have to put you on the front porch like Fred did, you know, and I just don't do that to you.
Kiki.
Huh?
Why y'all both gotta be in the kitchen at the same time? Why you can't just cook meat?
Oh, this nigga. See, this is why I call him the black antagonist. I knew he was going to come with something. I'm done.
Right.
Why not?
That's what I'm asking.
You're supposed to share things that you enjoy, right? Cooking is something I enjoy, so I'm going to share that with him.
But what if he don't enjoy it?
If he don't enjoy cooking, I'll cook for him. Why not?
Let me explain something to you. My husband has a cooking degree, and he don't cook at all. I cook.
Reba know how to cook.
Girl, that boy has a degree in cooking. Y'all sleeping.
Tell Reba to
Makes the best pancakes I've ever had. I can't stand pancakes.
That's a lie. Nobody makes better pancakes than IHOP, Cracker Barrel, or Denny's.
Lie.
Or Shoney's. I don't even know Shoney's serves pancakes.
I had some vegan flapjacks. Them James had me ready to get married again.
You said she in the South, flapjacks. She said
the
flapjacks.
Blasphemy of it all.
Flapjacks.
Flapjacks.
I'm just tripping out syrup.
I'm going
Did you have some vegan syrup too? Did you have some vegan syrup?
I'm just tripping out the fact that she said flapjacks.
Made out of soy products.
Y'all get on my nerves.
We have this all vegan syrup made out of soybeans. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Some vegan food, it ain't too bad. But yeah, Regis knows how to cook. He has a degree in cooking. And I cook.
The vegan diet is really good, guys. I'm just saying.
It's rough. I'm gonna have to holler.
I like meat
I'm having a hard time.
A vegan.
Kiki.
I can't be vegan.
Shut up, David.
You say you got 3 boys?
I do. I have 3 lovely sons.
if you had a daughter,
She get punched in the throat.
wow. No,
I could
if you
totally
have a
see
if you
Kiki
had
being
a
harder on her
daughter,
daughter than she is a son. I could totally see
if,
that.
if you had a daughter, would you teach her to respect men?
Absolutely. You have to respect you. You have to. You absolutely have to respect men.
Mhm.
If they disrespect you, that's when you get disrespected.
Speaking of respecting men, does
Kiss my
anybody think that Issa Rae is respecting black men by saying that the
He don't
Asian
respect.
man is the only one who is the intellectual equal to a
I,
black woman, and not
I,
the Filipinos, not
I
those
asked the
Filipinos,
question. I
because we
asked
know
the question
those are
about
mixed
that. Where
Asian.
does that stem from? Where did that originate from? Did it come from her mama? Did it come from her daddy? Did she not have daddy's love? Was granddaddy messing around? What? Granddaddy didn't love her enough. Daddy ain't love her enough. Where that came from?
Come from
Um,
somewhere. I
Because
don't
it's
know.
in a book, right? So
Yeah, that's in her book.
Yeah.
I'm sure that book probably shows a little bit more detail into that little comment.
And you know what's
But when
interesting?
you
That book was written a while ago, and it's
that
like
book
for
was written
whatever
3
reason,
years
it's
ago. But
well,
when you
it
I'm
is
say,
finding the
still.
book.
but see, this is my thing. You throwing out excuses for the girl. If you
I'm
say
not throwing out
that
excuses. I'm just trying to
you
figure out
should
where it
date
came
Asian
from.
men because Asian men are your intellectual equal, that is a crock of bullshit. Because in that moment, she has uplifted and elevated the Asian man over the black man. So, bitch, I don't give a fuck what your goddamn excuse is.
I agree with that.
um,
Never put
listen,
nobody else
guys,
on people. Yeah.
Hmm.
listen, guys. The statistic that says that black women are the most educated women's group in America, it
Miseducated.
on, it only takes in it only takes into account well no it takes into is mostly associate's degrees is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's
So
not. Yeah,
it's not like everybody you got bachelors. It's like a lot of black women have associates degrees, more like
a 2-year degree. That's it.
yeah, they got a 2-year degree is what I'm trying to say. It's not
You
like they
got a
got the high
CNA
school.
degree, that don't count as college, okay? Everybody's a
Exactly.
CNA.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Like that statistic is statistics. You can use words and manipulate it to what you want to say.
True.
They're saying that black women have the most associate's degrees because they don't have as many bachelors as the rest of the women demographics.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever people pull that statistic out, it's just not being honest. So for her to say they're the most educated group in America, and just like the Asian men, I'm sure those Asian men have bachelors. They don't have associates because Asian parents they don't play that mess. You got to come with them grades. So right away, that whole argument that she's making is BS.
Rebecca, you over there typing, homie.
I'm actually listening to you guys typing this therapeutic,
Rebecca is
but
simultaneously writing her little pussy ass book while she's doing the podcast.
I think that whole Issa Rae thing was stupid. It ain't much I can elaborate on in regards to it because I don't know if she's speaking from her own personal experience. I agree with Kiki. Like, what happened to you? Like, I think it just sounded like it was something that came from our own personal experience, and that's the bad part about us as people. Like we take our own personal experiences and we put them out into the world as if everybody should do this because I was treated this way. So because I was treated this way, it's almost like they think they're helping people and you're really hurting someone. It's like, oh, because I was treated this way, I'm gonna put this out. Hey, since this happened to me, all black women, don't date them niggas. Date some Japanese or Asian men. It's better for you. You know what I mean?
Hate them Asian
So
men with them small penises.
so you're taking your own terrible experiences and turning it into pure ignorance.
David.
Yo,
I'm not gonna do that.
date them Asian men with them small phalluses.
How
Hey,
you
we
know
don't know
that?
that to be true.
That's what I'm about to say. How you know that's true?
Yeah, we
He
do.
looked at every Asian man
No.
penis and measured it
All of
one
them.
by one, inch by inch.
Well, we all know
Yes.
that the black man is packing the most heat.
That's
You see, it's like a gun. You know, it's just like a black
That's
man.
not
Man
true.
come to the table like a belt-fed machine
Missing in
gun.
action.
You know, and an Asian, he comes to the table with a little subcompact.
Hey, Kiki, what kind of dudes you messing with?
I was gonna say because what David
Oh,
just said is not accurate. It's not accurate at
It's
all.
not accurate.
So you
That's
saying
what
that the
it's not
Asian man is
Let
hungry,
me-
Rebecca?
I'm not going
How
to.
many
I'm not
Asian
going to
dicks
name.
you see, Rebecca?
I am not none,
How
thankfully,
many
but I
Asian
am not.
dicks have
No,
you seen?
I'm talking about the
I'm gonna
fact
get
that
Milton.
you
I'm gonna
trying
get
to
Milton.
say
You know,
all you black men is hanging, and you ain't.
I didn't say
Yay.
all of us now. I the majority of us. There's two of us that slipped in the cracks.
It's a lot of them. They daddy did not pass down the blessings. They was being stingy. It was
no.
trying to procreate their son because of her. I'm not going to say the person. I'm just going to say a friend asked me
Point them out.
to see how
I know
big
who
he
you're
was
talking
because he was
I know who you're
afraid
talking
to mess with big women. And I said, sure. Mind you, I was 19 at the time, so don't judge me. I said, sure. And the lights was off, but I had enough sunlight coming through to where I should have been able to see it, and I wasn't able to see it. And I was like, I don't see anything. He was like, oh, man. I was like, wait. Maybe the lights ain't on. And it still didn't help.
Oh,
So I'm just
see,
saying that's not necessarily the case. I'm done.
you'd be like, dude off of How High? I got 2 inches of
Yo.
talking about no, we'll work with you, baby. We'll work with you.
No, I'm
I ain't
actually
playing with y'all.
saying
That's good.
Oh my God. Kiki loved the black
no, it ain't
men.
good. It
Kiki
ain't
like
good
the
at all.
radical black
Oh, I'm sorry.
Panther
I was
brothers.
trying to be supportive.
It ain't
He
good.
was like, no.
It's not good.
Listen, guys, can I say something about all that?
Sure.
I think especially now in this society where you can augment your body features, especially the women, they do it. Men, not so much.
Chris Jenner.
Got
Kanye West.
lipo.
Bruce.
No, I think especially men. Whenever a man sees a woman who ain't got ass like that or whatever, they're like, "Oh, she ain't got no ass. I can't mess with no girl with no ass or whatever." My thought process on it is, come as God made you. All right, ain't nothing you can do about if you ain't got no ass. If your tits are small. I mean, it can only go so far though. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's not going to be
overrated.
blood out. You know, it's never going. You ain't going to spot your way to looking like
Man,
I don't know.
you got
Kim
little pencil
Kardashian,
legs, and then you got
Beyonce.
2 Thanksgiving turkeys hanging
Coco,
off of your back.
Ice-T wife.
Mm-hmm.
Her
Bet.
butt is natural.
Yes, it is natural.
It is.
Is it
natural.
really?
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She had an
All
ultrasound
right.
done on it. It's natural.
On the doctors. And Ice-T was like, yeah, the ass is real, but the titties are fake. He said it just
I
like
wish
that.
I could have been there to feel. But anyway.
But what I'm saying is, especially now in this society, like we're all like looking at people who come as their natural selves and saying that's not good enough.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's fair for guys to do that to women, and I don't think it's fair for women to do that to guys. So if a guy come through with 2 inches, then that just ain't the guy for you. A girl come through and her ass is flat like a door, that ain't the girl for you if that's important to you. So I don't really like these conversations, you know.
Sometimes you can't tell though, cause like some women be having on them pants, like especially like skinny jeans. You don't never know, cause the booty be so scrunched up in the jeans. But when you take it off, you be like, "Damn, sister, where you get all that from?"
Mm.
I
Straight
say
Uncle
it
Tom
all
stat.
depends on preferences. For me personally, extra TNA is overrated. It costs extra money. People don't
How much
understand
extra are you?
what you got to deal with when you have extra of everything. Even extra. Say if you had slim arms, no stomach, you had whatever people consider the perfect shape. It's like, to me, it's overrated because bras are not cheap. Okay, you talking to somebody who used to, like, when I was heavier, I used to wear a G. and them joints was almost $100
Wow.
a piece.
I was
Okay,
sports bra, bro. Ain't
you
even
can't go to Walmart and get no
Hey,
bra.
in the dude.
I
But
What
was
was
sports
it?
bra, bro. Nobody got time for that.
You said it
Man,
was a. You sure you bought a bra or a
a
hammock?
bed sheet.
bought a
Hell, a
parachute.
bed sheet with two straps on
Bought
it.
a parachute to cover them titties.
Man, look, man. Like people, I think it's, and I also feel like again we live in an instant gratification world. I will continue to say this probably till I die. We live in a world of instant gratification. People don't want to work hard. There is a thing called, you can do squats. I agree with Kiki, you can, but people don't want to do the work that it takes to, not necessarily to get that particular body, but to be able to just build up your muscle strength. People don't want to do the work. They just want it to be done and have it. They want to go to sleep 300 pounds and wake up tomorrow 150. Like,
That was the
people don't want
dojo.
to take the work that it took for you to eat to get that big. You don't want to take the work to lose the weight to get healthy to what you need, to where you need to be. And
Well, that's what.
what people also don't realize is when you lose weight that fast, that doesn't mean you're healthy,
Mm.
because you're not doing anything for your heart, you're not doing anything for your respiratory system, your circulatory system. You're not doing anything for that. You could be 150, you can wake up one day and you're 350, wake up tomorrow and you're 150, and then later on that evening have a heart attack because you have clogged arteries. Like, people don't put two and two together because everybody's so busy worrying about what I'm gonna look like right now.
Rick
Yep.
Ross is a prime example of that.
What did he have lipo
Really?
or did he work?
I thought he worked out.
He worked, but as you see now, he's having a lot more issues being slim and skinny than he was when he was chunky.
But you
Mm.
know what? I think he lost weight way too fast.
He did. He
He
absolutely
lost
did.
weight way too
But
fast.
Did
but
he get the
even
package?
huh?
Yeah, what you say, Yannick?
I said, did he get the package?
I'm sorry, I can tell you. What was you saying?
Stupid.
So but like it's 80% of what you eat and 20% of what you do. And I think that's another issue that a lot of black people aren't willing to face, is because they want to just stick any and everything in their mouth and
You
in their
understand,
mind.
girl? Need that
Mm,
salt pork
Yes,
and them
and in their
fat back.
that's right. You can't give everybody head now. You just can't stick everything in your mouth.
Oh
you
my god.
cannot, you can't stick everything in your mouth. You can't stick anything in your body. As I said about energies earlier, even sexual energies, that shit can destroy your mental before it destroy your body. You might catch AIDS, but that damn sexual demon you just called, that shit gonna be hard as hell to get rid of.
Yeah,
Hmm.
baby.
Man. But it's always 80% of what you're doing versus eating and putting into your body, and 20% of what you're actually doing. Like, I haven't went to the gym in 7 days. So
Oh, whole 7 days.
You haven't gone in 7 days?
yeah,
But
and in
no,
the
like you feel
military,
it.
Like me, I ain't been in the gym like good 7
You
days,
trust
but I
me,
have
you
been
feel it.
outside
When you
cutting
start
grass.
in
working
the
out on a
military,
consistent basis, man, you
yeah, in
feel
the
it.
military, they would tell you 7 days without working out, you're unfit once again.
Hmm.
So for a person that used to go at least 4 days a week, and now I haven't went in 7 days, and I'm not gonna be able to go this week like I want to. Yeah, it's gonna hit me hard when I get ready to go back.
Kiki, what's
It's
your
gonna be rough.
Instagram?
He said, "Oh Lord, help us." Don't accept his request.
Find me.
Find me.
Find me. Find me.
Oh, he gonna find you. You'll get that request
Oh,
within the hour.
man.
Yes, find me. What are you drinking?
I'm sorry.
Yo. All right. All right. All right.
That's a
All
pop
right.
drink.
I'm
That's a
done.
pop drink.
All right, everybody. All right. All
What'd you
right.
say?
Calm down
I
now.
said
Let's
that's my
just
pop
let's just
drink. My
calm
pop
down,
drink.
everybody. Let's just calm down. You Negroes are getting too wild in here.
Oh, shut up, nigga.
Have to call the fun police. I don't understand why whenever Negroes come together, they're They're just loud and obnoxious. I just don't understand it. I think
Oh God, help us.
Okay, anyways, let's get on something different here, but yet sort of the same. The Boy Scouts of America will now be known as Scouts BSA, a more inclusive group that will soon welcome girls into its ranks. Go ahead, Kiki. I don't even want to finish. Kiki got something to say. She almost choked on her. She was like, That's how you know you got excited, when you swallow your own spit.
I was a Girl Scout for 16 years. There are some things that just need to be separated. I would never want any of if I ever have a daughter, to want to be in the Boy Scouts. I'm sorry. I would want her to be like, let me be a Girl Scout. And I was the most tomboy in ever. I still am. And the fact that I still don't think I should be a Boy Scout, even though I know I can hang with the best of them, Marine Corps, hoorah, I would never want to be a Boy Scout. I don't think girls should be able to be in the Boy Scout. Keyword is boy, as in genital of a male. It's fucked up. What is wrong with society? Are the Girl Scouts going to allow little boys in there? Are they going to
gender is a construct, Kiki.
Shit now?
But it's funny though, because the Girl Scout leadership says they're not accepting boys.
So little boys can't sell cookies and shit, but little girls can sell popcorn.
Yeah, it says Girl Scouts is the premier leadership development organization for girls. Sylvia Acavito, the Girl Scout CEO, said, "We are and will remain the first choice for girls and parents who want to provide their girls opportunities to build new skills and grow into happy, successful, civically
women
adults." And that is the CEO of the Girl Scout organization saying that.
And I absolutely will say, keep them separated.
What's
why
wrong
can't
with
why can't they just create a new organization?
It's called the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. Why they got it? This is what I don't understand about feminists, right? The comedian Bill Burr. This is a white guy. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, somewhat.
All right. What he says, and I actually agree with him, is feminists basically, they see all the things that men have created, businesses and so on and so forth. And instead of creating their own business, they want the men to give 50% of that to them. Okay, so we need to have 50. If women make 50% of the population, so we need to have 50% women in leadership positions in your company. And I actually disagree with that. If you want a position, if you want a company with all women, make your own company. It's a capitalist society. You can do that. But because it's a capitalist society, business doesn't need to cater to feelings. It's about making money.
Business is business.
Business is business. It's not about feelings and all that stuff. Now, one might look at that and say, but Yannick, Black people get affirmative action, which is all bullshit because really white women get the most out of that, right? But let's say a white person says to me, Yannick, Black people benefit from affirmative action. If it wasn't for affirmative action, you guys wouldn't even be in the workplace, blah, 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 blah. And to that, I say, all right, fine. We should have kept our businesses when integration took over. Instead, we gave it up and we said, let's go work for the white dudes. So we gave up all of our power. So back to women. If y'all want a business with 50% women, create your own business. It's a capitalist society. You can do that. There's nothing stopping you. And that's what I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm. The Girl Scouts are staying Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
The Boy Scouts can't stay Boy Scouts. And it's funny, They're now known as Scouts BSA, which is still Boy Scouts of America. So we're supposed to be accepting transgenders or gender fluid people into the newly inducted Scouts of America, or
I got a question. Is the Boy Scouts / Girl Scouts / Brownies or whatever, is that a non-profit organization?
no, hell no.
If it were a non-profit government subsidized organization, then I could say yeah. But if it is a private business, business is business is business.
It's not a private business, though.
It's not?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a non-profit though.
It's not a private business.
It's a corporation.
I think it is a corporation.
Something like that, because they get money from using the scout grounds and the tents.
So it may be a nonprofit. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, then that's something I would have to research on.
I was once a Boy Scout. I enjoyed it for what it was while I was there. And then I got tired of it. Now, I'm not going to lie. When we did go to, I forget whatever that scout camp is in Missouri, but we did go to that scout camp where there was like this big lake, and we all wanted to take the canoes and row to the other side of the lake to where the Girl Scouts was, but that didn't happen. But other than that, I can't see no reason.
About that.
What's gonna happen is them girls gonna join the Boy Scouts, and then they're gonna be start fucking. And
I saw
Scouts of
pregnancy
America
right away. I saw pregnancy right away. Me and Reggie was talking about this last week. I was like, them heifers finna be in there knocking the boots. You ain't gonna come in there. They're gonna have H-Town playing, and people gonna be passing around sippy cups of vodka and Sprite. And everybody gonna be pregnant.
The pregnant Scouts of America, yes.
So then you gonna have the abortion funds of America and all that kind of crazy.
And that's what they need to keep them separated. There were certain issues that I remember. There were certain issues that I remember being brung up during Girl Scout meetings that I don't think young men of that age group should hear. Just my opinion.
Well, my family was poor, so yeah, we ain't had time for no Girl Scouts nor money.
I don't think women can truly appreciate the issues that an adolescent boy, 13, 14, 15, 16, the kind of hormonal issues he's dealing with. We hear about women's hormones and and all that stuff, but y'all cannot understand. Y'all think men are horn dogs now? Shit. Y'all can't even fathom how much we think about sex when we were younger, because that's when
I can imagine.
Because before this, we didn't even know about hormones. We didn't have testosterone running through our blood like that, and then it just hit us, and we're like, oh shit, I need to fuck.
No.
Janet needs to fuck.
No.
Go in there and wake up your wife.
Just like that. You just wake up and there it is.
Right. Go in there and wake up your wife. Hey, you sleep?
Okay, I understand that, but this is what I need to do right now.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna let you finish, but we need to fuck first.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Girl Scouts is something that I used to want to get into, but again, we was poor. You know, mom was crackhead, all that good stuff. So yeah, we ain't had no money for that.
Yes.
So, but I mean, I don't know if Regis was a part of this Boy Scouts, and I have to ask. But he also agreed that they need to be separate. He don't think that they need to be intertwined at all. He think it's a mistake.
Yeah, well, can't tell nobody nothing, especially the white. So, I mean, it sucks, but they are white organizations. So,
true.
You want that intersectionality so bad. You want to be so bad. You want to be gender fluid so bad that you're just letting everything. Now it's just like you got men's room, and you got the women's locker room. Now, pretty soon they're gonna have the the gender neutral locker room.
That's the locker room I'm gonna use.
Dick swinging. Shoo, shoo, shoo. I'm gender fluid. I am just becoming a woman, but until then,
you know, did you hear that? I don't know if it's true, but I saw an article saying that Caitlyn Jenner / Bruce Jenner is about to marry another transgender woman. So that's two men acting like women about to marry each other. Couldn't we have just saved the money and just turned gay?
Couldn't we have just stone cold stunned that hoe? Tombstone, can't we just tombstone Bruce Jenner? RKO something? Hogan leg drop something? Can we just get rid of Bruce altogether? Just get rid of Bruce. Just take him out. Besides, the last picture I seen, he was with a black dude, a younger black dude. And I was like, what the hell you doing?
I don't know what's going on with that dude.
Man.
Are we talking about Kanye?
No, Caitlyn.
No. Caitlyn Jenner. It was some black dude that was on her arm a couple weeks ago.
I heard Caitlyn didn't want to be a woman no more.
What?
That's what I heard. That I don't know what to call him. Bruce Caitlyn said that that you know the decision is kind of being regretted. Yeah, and a lot of people think it was for attention to begin with. So you know.
Yeah, or maybe that's what he likes. He likes boy-girl pussy.
Ugh. And I'm not going to.
Hey, I heard about them. I heard about them Americans who be going to like the Philippines and stuff in Manila and all that, and messing with them lady boys.
Them lady men, the women ladies.
Yeah.
No, them ain't no women ladies.
I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I'm a man, baby.
That's a man, baby.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, nigga, what you got in them drawers, huh? You remember Tone Loc, Funky Cole Medina, where you talking about she took it back to the house and then she whipped out a big dick that was bigger than his? It's Funky Cole Medina.
I think it's all the pressure of the liquor. That's why men don't need to drink when they out, because they go to these bars, they get drunk, and they be drinking, and they pull up on something that may look wonderful while you are under the influence, but then by the time you get to the house and you kind of sleep it off a little bit, and you wake up and she like, hey, you want breakfast? You trying to figure out why her voice gets this deep and how. I'm just saying.
Back early in the morning, sometimes you just waking up, your voice hasn't warmed up, so it's deeper than you know.
No, it ain't that deep, nigga. You sound like that every day. How long you been up? I've been up for the last 10 hours.
Motherfucker be whispering in your ear. What if you just woke up and somebody was just whispering in your ear, my darling,
or you between, you know how you are, like when you between that half sleep and you sleeping good, but you want to go back to sleep, but you know you got to get up, and then somebody roll over next to you and be like, oh, so I see you woke, aren't you? That's why niggas don't need to drink when they go out. They wake up to somebody to sound like that. Wake up to Barry White the next morning.
My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.
Bruh.
You like.
I'm ready to turn up, guys.
We can tell.
Turn up or turn in?
Turn up, boy.
Turn up. All right, cool.
Yannick, what are you doing?
He got that Palmer sign. Been drinking. He get ready.
Oh man, let me tell you something. People lose their mind when they drink this stuff. I'm telling you. Had a
Nah,
home
you
when I
know
lived
why
out.
he
Huh?
said he ready to turn up. As soon as the podcast over, Yanni finna go in that bedroom and tear his old lady up.
Ew.
Ooh, they got that dark liquor. Hey, baby, what's up? You be
The
waking.
Henny.
It's okay, man.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, you do.
No, none of that. None of that dark liquor. I can't do that.
Yeah, so let me see.
What's the
Is
next
it
topic, man?
better to keep your business views? Excuse me, is it better to keep your personal views out of your business and why?
Yes, it is, because you can get sued.
I'm
Are
sorry,
you
what was
sure?
that? Is it
Is
better
it
to
better to keep your personal views out of your businesses?
Yes, because you can get sued.
out of your business?
Out of your business. Is it better to keep your personal views away from your business?
Like,
Oh
say if
yeah.
you have like a business or something like that, don't bring your personal views to work because you get sued.
Especially in this climate, you
Yeah.
have to.
It's a shame because I remember like back in the day, you used to like and what I've noticed now is like even the black people that I've worked around, they are really ticky about who they bond a close relationship with because especially if they're like a manager or a supervisor or something like that, they're real ticky about who they bond a close relationship with because a lot of people will bond a close relationship just to try to get something on you and then go to HR and be like, hey, this da 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 da, and then you end up losing your job, and the company ends up getting sued, all because you let somebody get that close to you.
So wait, like if somebody became your friend and then you told them some secrets of how you feel about certain things, and then they
Mhm.
go to HR.
Yep, I've seen it plenty of
Talk about
times.
your businesses, not your job that you got from the white man. Your business,
I
business,
mean that
business.
too. The same thing. Like
I
you had
disagree.
a you in the space. To me, I feel like you're in the space where I would say this. It depends on the personality of the person that you are hiring. And you have to be able to discern that effectively because if you don't, I've seen a lot of people either use the word friend too loosely or they try to share their own personal thoughts, opinions, and feelings in regards to something and then end up getting sued behind it. If it's not something that it's written in your contract, then I don't know, man. I think you end up taking a loss for that.
I disagree. Huh?
Hmm.
Girl, I don't deal with black people. What the hell?
What?
Nah,
What are you talking about?
nah,
I'm assuming somebody sent you a message.
yeah,
Kiki just got off the line. I don't know what happened to Yannick.
yeah. Jessica talking about she gonna find me a nice woke female, whoop de whoop. Is it okay if she's not black? Girl, bye. I only deal in strictly black. That's it. But I completely disagree. Your business generally reflects your personal views. Look at Starbucks. Look at Target. Look at Walmart. The
Mhm.
company generally reflects your personal views. You know what I mean? And I feel that most people's business reflects their personal views. That's why all these black women are getting their ass whooped in these Asian stores.
Mm.
Your personal views, I feel, is like the whole reason why you kind of started the business. I mean, my personal views is I'm for black people. I want to hire black people. Those are my personal views, and those are the views that reflects in my company. And like I said last week, like I'm not going to hide the fact that my business is black. One of my personal views is that the business should be black. You know, I don't allow sagging on my job sites. It's one thing I don't do. I don't allow you to look
Mhm.
disheveled. Those are my personal views.
Mhm.
So when it comes to the rules and regulations of my jobs, my personal views reflect that you got to be on time. If you can't be on time, you need to call.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't have no sagging pants. You need to be dressed in a uniform before you start the workday. Stuff like that. My father told me that I should keep my personal views outside of my business. But the fact of the matter is, ain't nobody else doing that.
Yeah.
Ain't no white person, no Asian person, no anybody else person is using a business to not reflect their personal views at all. Asians hire only Asians. White folks generally hire white folk first, and then they'll hire you or some Mexicans. They'll hire some Mexicans.
All right, you're stating some facts there.
It's a big old Craig bowl.
Goddamn,
big old Craig bowl off of Friday.
What you call it? Them Hershey Reese's peanut butter cereal cups. They eating some corn.
Them chocolate frosted flakes.
Yo, sugar smack eating ass.
This is
on the Cocoa Puff side of the game.
This ain't cereal now.
Is that rice?
Black bean soup.
Oh, you ain't even eating nothing fly.
Like, shit, nigga, my wife made this.
Hey, hold up, he killing that black bean.
Nigga, my wife made this shit. This shit off the chain, nigga.
All right.
I gotta have something to soak up this Parmesan, goddamn.
Hey man, I ain't mad at you. That boy
That's
killed
all.
that
You
black
gotta
bean.
have something to soak up that Parmesan before you get to acting like the gooey raccoon out of here.
Yeah, man.
Have to come down to Florida and give Yannick them elbows.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get my ass whooped out here.
Which means I'll fuck you up even more.
Man.
Oh, drink, nigga, I'm very clear, man.
Shout out to Zoe Williams and the Zoe Show, 5150.
Hey, did y'all see him on
Tyreek Show?
Did y'all see him on Ism?
Yeah, I seen him. He was still lying his ass off.
He was still talking about
Ari Spears?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
I mean, it was actually a good interview. He was sober, so, and he didn't get his ass whooped. So I mean, yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. He still talking about that?
Yeah, Tyreek kept it real neutral.
Yeah.
So, he ain't got.
He did a smart thing.
Some people was like, "Oh, Tyreek, he a bitch ass nigga for that," and we're like, "Nigga, Tyreek ain't got nothing to do with that situation that happened on the 5150 show."
Tyreek a businessman, yo. Yeah, they stay trying to draw him into some drama or some bullshit. Man, trying to make some money out here, trying to do what he do. Like, he ain't trying to jeopardize on some dumb beef.
Nah, but you know how people is. Well, he friends with Corey and Zoe, and for him to have Aries on the show, he a bitch ass nigga for that. I'm like, really?
That's stupid.
It is. And Aries is funny, man. Ain't nobody shit on Aries comedy. I think Aries is fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, but he just stepped to the wrong shark.
He need to get out his own way.
Aries doesn't have confidence in himself to be able to go out and do like Corey, start his own show or start his own platform. He wants somebody to give him something, because even on Tyreek's show, I'm just waiting on somebody to give me my break. Nigga, you don't have to wait on somebody to give you no break. Give your own self a break. Yeah, basically. I mean, not exactly like that, but to that extent.
Yeah.
Somebody to give me the big check, man, so I don't have to go out here and coon and bug dance.
You stupid, coon and bug dance.
Yeah, you do that shit because you want to, nigga.
Exactly. And you kissed that dude on the lips because you wanted to.
Yes, he did.
Man, look, I turned that shit off. The whole special was good. I had bought it on bootleg. I'll never forget it. The special was good. It was hilarious. Hilarious.
Until the end piece?
Until that end. And it's like, fuck a book, nigga. Look at my dance. I was like, okay, that's not really that funny. But whatever, nigga. And then he's like, when I say that's my man, that's really my man. Oh, I was like, oh, god damn it.
Nah,
I got to turn this off. I was like, huh?
Listen. Look. You can't get somebody to do that who don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's true. So that means either you wanted to kiss a dude or this was like, finally, my opportunity has awakened.
Listen, the check's already in the mail. You already on set. They come to you with some, oh, you got to kiss this guy.
Ugh.
Hell no.
Nope.
No.
But thank you for paying my contract in full. I'll be leaving now.
Thank you very
Like
much.
everything is a choice. It just depends on if you want to pay the price for that.
Everything is a choice. Slavery is a choice, according to Kanye West.
I had to listen. Okay, so this is what I did. Are we talking about Kanye West right now? Because I was going to say
Yes,
something about them.
we're talking
Okay,
about
great.
Kanye West.
So this is the thing. I had to look at his point of reference of what he was trying to say. I just don't think that Kanye West need to talk for himself anymore. Kanye West is a very emotional person. And every time he speaks from raw emotion. There's no thoughts. There is no logic. It's just raw emotion. Now, most times that is where the truth is revealed. I don't think that Kanye West was stating that slavery, what happened to our ancestors, was a choice. I think that he was coming from his own personal experiences and what he means as of right now. Was it dumb? Extremely. Like that's got to be one of the dumbest things I think I've ever heard Kanye West say. For none. Like
Kanyesus.
Man, I just think it was one of the dumbest things he could have said. But I try to look behind the words, and it's not giving an excuse to bad behavior because it was bad behavior. So I want to make that clear, and I don't agree with it. I want to also make that clear. Do I think he should have never said it? No. Do I think he meant to say it? Yes. But I think that Kanye West's point doesn't have any logic or thought. I think he speaks from 1000% raw emotion. Because when Charlamagne the God asked him, brother, why did you go and do that interview with TMZ out of all people? Because they're not going to come from you from a context standpoint. They're just going to take the sound bite and push it, and that's it. And Kanye West told Charlamagne the God, my spirit led me to go, so I went. And that's what I mean by I think Kanye West speaks from raw emotion. Thankfully, Van was there to just tell him what it was, because Kanye West eventually apologized to their brother, like, this is not what I meant. And then him and Kanye West, because I followed it on Twitter, him and Kanye West ended up having a conversation so he could explain exactly what he meant. But of course, TMZ is not going to push it out that way. But it's always like people say, people hear what you say and not what you meant. Which brings me back to my point that nigga don't need to talk for himself anymore. That's my opinion on that.
So Yannick disappeared to put some more Parmesan in his cup.
Yeah.
Yes. Slavery is slavery a choice?
Wait. I'm back. Sorry.
So you had to refill your Parmesan, huh, nigga?
Nah, I'm heating up some more soup. All right. So, oh shit, hold on.
This guy.
So, what are your thoughts on that, Mr. King David?
Sorry about that, guys. Can I continue? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'm gonna have to disagree with Rebecca on certain things that she was saying. You're saying that he didn't mean it a certain way, and all of that. Words have consequences, right?
True.
I think, like you say, I agree with you that he's emotional. I think that he has been around the wrong kind of people where he can say that and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. The first time that he said something like that in public or out in the open and somebody was like checking him, like a black person checked him, was what's his name? Vance whatever.
Yeah, Van from TMZ. Yeah.
Yeah. You know the kind of people he be around. So he just be talking stuff, and they might actually agree with him on that because they don't have the same experience that we do. But he don't be around people like us like that anymore. So
Okay.
when that dude was like, "Yo, you disrespectful," and I'm very disappointed in what you're saying, you could see it on his face. He was like, "Oh shit, like
Yeah,
I'm
I
fucking up
messed
right
up.
now."
Yeah.
Yeah, because he been saying that, or he's been hearing people say that, and it got into his head, and now he's basically repeating what he's saying, what he's been hearing, or he has said it so much out loud, and people have been agreeing with him and like applauding him for saying that he's like shocked when a black guy checks him on it. Now the rest of us here on Earth, we're like, yo, what is this dude talking about? Because we don't have millions of dollars in the bank.
Yeah.
But now he finally realized how he effed up. Look, I don't think we should throw Kanye away yet. I think we should give the man a chance to take back what he said and say something pro-black, and then keep moving on with his genius and his career and all that stuff. But if you don't say shit, fuck him.
Just like that. And look, hold on, he opened up his bottle. I will say Kanye has been doing a lot of suspect things for the last few years, especially when it came out with that slave ready, plantation ready, clothing line that he has, Plantation USA, made by Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been doing a lot of suspect things, and I will agree that the Kardashians or that whole setup is where black men go to die. I have a friend who doesn't necessarily agree with me, but that's okay. We can still be friends and agree to disagree. I just feel like that's where black men go to die. I have not seen one that has come out unscathed, unless it's somebody that we don't know about. But I will agree with you on that. I think even if Kanye was to come out and say something pro-black, he's still in that environment.
Yeah,
And
but
I do agree with you when you say, like, he's either said it so much or been around people that said it and he hasn't been corrected. Or no one has said anything to him at all, which is the same thing as not being corrected. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a hard one. This is gonna be a hard one.
But you know
Because
what?
he's been doing stuff for so long. It's gonna be a hard one.
But you know what? I'm very happy with the turnout from black people because we've always allowed our coons to go out there and say stuff, and then we don't hold them accountable for it, and that's why we have such a high coon population. But
a high coon population, David.
High coon population.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
continue.
I'm actually glad with the turnout where people are checking him. I don't know why they chose to check Kanye over everybody else, like Stephen A. Smith, Jason Whitlock, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, that's an easy one because for whatever reason we let Kanye be the voice of the people. In the sense of when Kanye first came out, Kanye pretty much represented all the people who worked hard or missed or disenfranchised African Americans who wanted to do something but couldn't. Kanye West was literally that voice because of his work ethic, because of what he was saying. He was saying things that people wanted to say but didn't, or he was saying things that other black Americans in position of power should have said but was not saying. And we allowed him to be our voice instead of utilizing our own voice and holding one single solitary person on this high pedestal to speak for us instead of us speaking for ourselves.
Right. So let me interject here real quick. Slavery. Choice? Yes. Absolutely. But see, the thing is, we don't have context in what Brother Kanye's is saying. You dig? Yes, in some aspects, slavery was absolutely a choice. And I know people gonna get mad.
You not represent your ancestors, nigger. You're okay.
Look, slavery was a choice. you were not, you didn't have a choice when they came and got you, but you had a choice every time after that. Like the Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians jumped off the ship and committed suicide because they knew, like Killmonger, it is better to die on my feet than to live on my knees. So there was a lot of Africans who did commit suicide who didn't even make it to the ships. You know what I mean? There were individuals like Harriet Tubman who obviously realized that slavery was a choice, and she chose to fight the good fight, along with like Robert Smalls and like Nat Turner, people like that. Slavery was absolutely a choice in the sense that you can choose to either continue to get enslaved or you could choose to free yourself. Now, with that being said, a lot of us were mentally enslaved, and a lot of us are still mentally enslaved to the point where we will not leave the plantation because we love white masters so much. So, on the physical aspect, slavery was a choice. On the mental, not so much. But again, you don't have to stay in slavery. You know, you can try to run away, or you could do like some of our ancestors did. We fought, and there would have been a lot more slave insurrections had the agents, aka the collaborators, did not stop the revolution by telling massa. You see what I'm saying? There was a whole lot of revolutions that were quelled due to the coon in the neighborhood or the plantation. So there was a lot of slave revolts that got put down because of the Asian provocateurs. But yeah, I agree with Carly to some extent. Slavery was a choice.
Um, I think what Kanye is saying is really oversimplifying all of what was going on with slavery. I was listening to an interview with Paul Mooney. You know Paul Mooney, he's moist as fuck, but he be talking the truth, right? He said that the black woman has been terrorized ever since they stepped foot on this country. He said that what they used to do is they used to torture and kill her man in front of her so that she can get her children in line.
That's true.
Now, when you do that, and all right, I'm a child, I'm a slave, and my mom is teaching me, raising me to comply, or I will be killed. Now, that's not a simple decision now at that point, because all I know is complying, right? It's not so much I was, we was kings and now we here and now I just started cooning. Like my whole life has been subjugation and slavery and, all of that. So it's an oversimplification to say, oh, 400 years of slavery, yeah, that was a choice. First of all, nobody lives 400 years. So at the end of slavery, there wasn't nobody alive that just came here on the boats. And the whole reason they had what's the guy's name, Willie Lynch, come in and do his crazy tactics to keep black people in line was because black people weren't in line in the first place. So what does that tell you? They saw that, oh shoot, it's hard to control them. We got to go to some dangerous extreme tactics. So they did a lot. It's not like it's oversimplified to say, oh, you can choose to die or you can choose to be a slave. That's really oversimplifying it.
Yeah, but still, you do have a choice. You could choose to be compliant, or so now if that's all you know, like I say, it's kind of a multifaceted thing. But slavery was, people could choose to try to make something better of themselves, which is why you have so many people who tried to rebel, and there were so many people who were just so accustomed to being in that place. That's all they knew.
True.
So, to a certain extent, Kanye's right. 400 years, I mean, even Dr. Claude Anderson says that, something to the effect of when black people first got here, they could have ended slavery, like right then and there. Dr. Claude Anderson said we could have stopped slavery anytime, but we chose not to. So I think all that's in his new book, Black History Reader. Pretty sure.
I was reading I guess it was a letter or something written by one of the, what would you call them, conquistadors, or
Conquistadors.
Yeah, one of those people who came on the ships, and they went to Central or South America, and they were talking about the natives, like the Mayas and Incas and all that. And he was describing them. He was saying, the people here, they would rather starve themselves or sit there and not eat and just not do anything. They'd rather die than be slaves. These are not good candidates for slavery. Now, you can look at that two ways. You can say, all right, that's valiant. That's they don't want to be slaves. That's their whole people, their whole freaking civilization didn't turn into slaves, so that was actually a good thing. Or you can look at it and be like, well, if you're not going to be slaves, they're going to kill your whole race. They're going to just, perform genocidal acts and kill everybody. So, there's two sides to the story, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let me see. What time is it?
I don't know.
Let me see. Okay.
8:39.
Yeah, like an hour and 52 minutes. So
my boy is killing that bean soup. Yo, bone number 2.
Right.
I ain't mad at you, man.
What do you do when doing your job is simply not enough for some people? Now, this is sort of in response to what happened to me Saturday. Apparently, some female lost her wallet, and there was this other guy who picked up a wallet who dispatch thought was the girl's wallet, but it wasn't. It was this another guy's wallet. And come to find out, like, the guy had showed me his ID, like, hey, this is my wallet, here's my ID. And the people in the dispatch office, well, one and only one, trying to argue with me. That man, he got the red shirt on. He the one got the wallet. I'm like, no. He got off the train and he left his bag on the train, and he the one got the wallet. I'm like, he doesn't have a wallet. It was the guy in the blue shirt's wallet. He just showed me his ID. We know he got it. We seen him on camera. Well, what the fuck you want me to do then, goddammit? If you feel that strongly about it, had the police meet him at Shrewsbury and search him. I was like, what the hell you want me to do? Because I'm not a police officer. I'm just a security guard. I don't get paid nowhere near enough to deal with your bullshit. So what do you do when doing your job just simply isn't enough?
I've been in plenty of situations like that, and it's rough. It's rough because more so for me, like, I'm always in a position where I want to help you, and there's absolutely nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Like, I was looking, I was like, oh, that ain't good.
Rebecca, show Charlie Murphy your titties.
We already saw him, so you might as well.
Don't flash some titties on YouTube Live one time, Rebecca. Just be like,
not doing any of that. Stupid.
Yeah. Now this video gonna get flagged.
Right. Man. But yeah, it's been plenty of situations where I wanted to help, and there's absolutely nothing that I could do about it. I had no control whether it was a job. And typically, most of the time, it was not because I didn't know what to do. It was more so a policy and procedure that I could not assist, and those are the absolute worst. And it's like trying to convey that to somebody who just want what they want. It's never easy. Yeah, it's rough. Well, I guess this is the intermission. No.
Nah, the kids fucking like playing ball or whatever.
But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Like, it's hard because you want to be able to help, but I mean, you can't. There's nothing in your power that you can do. I don't necessarily feel defeated. All you can do is do what's within your job ramifications. Nobody's ever going to be happy because at the end of the day, they're going to want what they want, and you can't give them what they want. It's part of life.
I just don't like you're watching this on camera. I'm here now. Two different points of view as far as sight is concerned. Now you steady telling me that this is the man. Well, the man with the red shirt is the one who got the girl's wallet. Like, okay, if you feel that strongly about it, you know he's going to pick up his bag at Shrewsbury Station. So have the police meet him down there. The dude had emptied his pockets and everything. He's like, man, I ain't got that girl wallet. Woo, woo, woo. And dude empty out his pockets. I'm like, look, bro, you ain't got to tell me nothing, G. Because, I mean, honestly, I'm just a security guard. You know, if you say you ain't got the girl stuff, then I ain't got no choice but to believe you. Like, oh, shit, I straight got a hole in one. God damn it. That's what I'm talking about.
What you talking
about? Wasn't
I'm playing virtual golf. I got a hole in one.
I'm done. And now this nigga's eating an apple. He done left and came back with some food. I'm done. Every time he leave and come back, he come back with something to eat.
That's real. I was sure thinking about going to get something to eat when I leave up out of here.
Yeah, I gotta go to
that's right. You gotta have something to soak up that Parmesan. But I just feel like, damn, nigga, what you want me to do? Ain't nothing I can do about that situation.
Yeah.
If you feel like that's him, then yeah, it is what it is. Yes. What else do we got?
As an Uber driver. I get into a lot of situations where I can't help the customer. For example, you know they got something called Uber Pool, where instead of you being the only passenger in the car, you choose Uber Pool, and along your route to wherever you're going, let's say you're going to the airport, and somebody else is going that direction, then we have to pick them up because, you know, you chose the cheaper option, which is Uber Pool. Now, I wouldn't suggest if you are late for your flight to choose Uber Pool because now
right. Right.
Uber Pool.
You chose to be cheap, and you got to pick up like 6 different people, and you already running late. That flight leaving in like 20 minutes. The airport right down the street, but you got to pick up 6 different people before you get to that stop. And now you mad.
You cheap.
Well, nigga, stop being cheap. Pay the extra $2.
Be like them Asians. You cheap. You cheap. You big cheap. You go. You big cheap. You go.
Listen, they be so tight in the back of that car. Every time somebody else requests the Uber, we driving, we almost at the airport, and they hear that sound, ding. Oh shit, we gotta pick up somebody else. We gotta turn around.
Yo, that's fucking great.
And you have to turn around.
You gotta turn around.
Man.
Stop being cheap.
Buddy.
Pay the
Stop
extra $2.
being so friggin' cheap. Jesus Christ, Regis. Oh, sorry. What? Stop being cheap. Let me see. So I want to talk a little bit about this company based out of St. Louis called Black Brew Tea Company. And what this brother does, he has like completely like all natural like teas and some other stuff. And now he's got like a line of like, he calls them like Palmer products. One of them is like a hibiscus, like lemonade is supposed to be good for like some health stuff. And then he's got like this other lemonade that's supposed to be like sort of like an energy booster. It's called the Powerhouse Palmer. And the company's not necessarily new. I know they've been around for at least a couple of years. But I end up meeting the brother. I end up meeting this dude a couple of years ago at the Kwanzaa Expo. And I end up meeting up with the cat. And he's like, so you like tea? I'm like, yeah, you know, I like tea. What you like, man? I just need a good tasting tea. I don't really need like no health tea, no detox tea, no, whatever. I just like a nice tasting tea. So dude hooked me up with a tea called The Frequency. Best tea I have ever had in my entire life. I promise you. Best tea I've ever had in my friggin' life. But yeah, I told the ladies at the Lake Market, it's a subsidized grocery store at 2 of the Metro Links here in St. Louis. I told them about the brother, and they carry some of his products, and they straight be flying off the shelf. But yeah, man, shout out to the brother who owns the Black Brew Tea Company, man. Like I said, I met dude a couple years ago. He was a good ass dude, man. And I'm glad to see that his business has expanded. And he just was recently, his company was featured in a newspaper article, which I thought was pretty dope. So anybody in the St. Louis area, man, check out Black Brew Tea Company. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
That's what's up.
Yes. I ain't getting paid to promote the brother's stuff, but I seen that somebody had interviewed him in an article. And I remember, man, I just had such a positive experience with the dude when I met him, because he was very knowledgeable about his products. Dude was very nice. And, it's just happy to see other Black businesses succeeding and growing. So just wanted to throw that little thing out there.
So brought back business.
Yeah, support Black business. Yes. When is the right time to turn on your air or your heat as a Black person?
Nigga, when it get hot.
Because back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Back in the day,
open them doors, put them fans in the window.
Growing up Black, back in the day, you ain't turn on. You better not touch that air conditioner till at least about the middle of June.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and then when it got cold, it ain't cold enough yet. Put some extra blankets on your bed. You ain't paying no bills in here.
That is I will tell you this. I kind of prepared for it because I took all my really big, heavy blankets to the cleaners. And then I just got them out. And I tried my hardest not to turn the air on. Like, his face just got extra close to the camera for no reason. Right. Yannick just got extra close to the camera just out of nowhere.
Man, Yannick lives in Florida, so that nigga air stay on 365 days a year.
He like, man, it's too hot.
Yeah, goddamn, you better.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I had the sliding door open yesterday, and I had the fan right in front of it and let that cool air come in.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. It's been hot. It's been hot in St. Louis. It's been like 80 degrees, 78.
It's been 80 here too. And he laughing because he like, that's cool weather to him in Florida. In Florida, how hot is it in Florida?
It be hitting 90.
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll get some 90s. We'll get some 90s and some hundreds plus. Because last year we had triple digit temperatures, so we was like 112, 108. We're gonna get there. We just now hitting spring, but I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to wait until about the middle of June before I cut the arrow. Right?
Stupid.
I'm like, God damn it, I got these doors. Because, like, when it's nice outside, I'll leave my back door open and I'll leave my front, because I stay on the second floor, so I got a balcony on opposite ends of the house. So typically when it's nice, I can leave the doors open and there'll be a breeze coming through the house. But I ain't gonna lie, it's been hot as hell. And I have been like, damn, do I really want to pay some more money on this electric bill? And then when I came home last night, I was like, you know what? It's hot in this house. Like, it's not unbearably hot, but it's still hot. I say fuck it. So I put both of my window units in. I don't know. I found when I'm grown, now that I'm paying the bills, I just turn the shit on whenever I want to. Like, you know what? I'm feeling hot. Let me just turn this air on for a while.
We don't have a choice down here. You have to keep the air on, otherwise your clothes in the closet will get mildew.
What?
Yeah,
all the moisture.
Mold. Yeah.
All the moisture and stuff.
Oh, y'all got that heat to where your walls are sweating.
It's not so much the heat, it's the humidity.
Yeah, your walls sweating. I haven't
you come
seen that in a long time.
It's very humid in St. Louis because we're literally we're literally trapped between the Mississippi River and the Missouri River. So it's like extremely humid down here. Maybe not that humid, but it gets pretty humid down here. Like all of my people from the Southwest came down here. They're like, oh God, I don't know how you do it. Shit. I'm like, what you mean? It's like 120 degrees in Arizona, but they like, it's a dry heat though. It's different. St. Louis weather, as soon as you walk out the house, that humidity hits you. It feel like you sweating bricks. You be like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Down here in Florida, you'll be, because where I'm from in Jamaica, if you stand under a tree or, in the shade, you good. But here, it don't matter. You be in the shade sweating.
That's real.
Jeez.
That's real.
Man, I'm so toasted right now.
We can tell.
Uh-huh.
That boy ate that apple in 2.5 seconds.
Man.
Starving, nigga. He's starving.
Man, look, let us get on these Starbucks niggas. And then
let's talk about them.
The Flizznuck up out of here. So I'm trying to find an article on my Facebook, but apparently the two individuals.
I can see if I can pull it up real quick if you want me to.
I'm scrolling through my Facebook. I just gotta find the actual article. Issa Rae is the collaborator. Ah, yes, here it is. Men arrested at Starbucks settle for $1 and $1,000 in entrepreneurial whatever.
I thought it was 200,000.
Well,
he's stupid. He's just laughing out of nowhere. Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah, it is 200,000. Two black men arrested at Starbucks received $1 settlement each with the city. The city will also donate $200,000 to a youth entrepreneurship program.
Now, let me ask you this. Why are they settling with the city and not Starbucks?
I believe it's a franchise. But but that's a great question. My question is, even if they did settle for the city, is this going to be a black youth entrepreneurship program?
Fuck no.
Because it just says the city will also donate to a youth entrepreneurship program.
Donate to this dick.
And it doesn't say if there's an ETA on it. Like, when it has to be done, them niggas could die first before they ever see that coming to fruition. Either way, it's stupid.
They settled for a promise.
Mm-hmm. We promise you niggas, like we've been promising you niggas since slavery.
Yeah. That 40 acres and a mule. That's what they settled for.
We just gonna add it on to something you ain't gonna never receive.
I don't even think they received 40 acres or a mule. First, they got an opportunity to sue Starbucks for millions of dollars, but when y'all got on TV, oh, y'all was extra silent because you wanted to meet with Starbucks in private so you can get an undisclosed number.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you don't want to sue Starbucks. You just want a few butter biscuits for yourself and your family, and you good.
Not butter biscuits.
Hot butter biscuits.
Fresh out the oven, homemade.
Fresh.
Can I say so?
Finish your food, honey.
Why? Y'all might look at me different for this, but why is the city at fault? I'm asking a question. I'm just asking. Why is the city at fault?
The city's not at fault.
Somebody calling me on my other phone.
They calling me. The city's not at fault. City ain't got nothing to do with that. That's a Starbucks issue.
Now, if I own a business and I call the police and I say this young man right here is trespassing, it is the police's job to remove that man, is it not?
It is.
So, like I said, this is off code, but why is the city at fault?
The city's not at fault. Police were only responding to the call in which they got by the white woman who was the Starbucks manager who called the police on them. Because technically the police didn't beat them up. They didn't tase them. All they did was arrested them and move them from the property. They might have booked them. And that's it. So I can understand if you got mollywopped by the police inside of Starbucks, then you would have 2 lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
But now you only have 1. But the fact that you're only settling for $1 for yourself, in the case of Starbucks, how much do you bid? $1, Drew. I only want to bid $1 on the Starbucks Showcase Showdown.
Mm-hmm. This is an example.
Look at this man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at an asshole. Becky just.
Oh, she writing something down. She writing down directions.
Oh shit! Here come them keyboard warriors. Yeah. What was you saying, bro?
Yeah, you settle with Starbucks for an undisclosed amount. Shit, it could have been $1. I don't know. These dudes that stupid. But I just really want to know, why is the city settling with them at all? This is not a city issue. If we're being real, it's not a city issue, it's a Starbucks issue.
Mm-hmm.
So now, instead of just saying, this is not the city's fault, we need to go after Starbucks, and we got an undisclosed settlement from Starbucks. Instead, what you did as 2 black men is you put out there that you settled with the city of Philadelphia for a symbolic $1. In my opinion, that is stupider. You look stupid because that's the headline. The headline is not, we settled with Starbucks for undisclosed location. The headline is, we settled for $1. So now that just made us look even dumber than we do already.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem. So if you think about it, the city should not even be involved. But that's the story that got ran.
But that's the narrative that they wanted to go with. Because when you listen to the interview, when they got asked, basically, was this a race issue? And, you know, basically all the hardline questions, they sidestepped it. And then I think the woman had asked them if they were going to sue Starbucks. And then dude was like extra quiet. And then their lawyer jumped in. Well, we're going to meet with Starbucks and a retired federal judge. So you're just trying to have a mediator so you can get paid. And then the fact you got a white lawyer too, you two black men, you got a white lawyer. You couldn't find a black lawyer. You had to get a white lawyer.
Couldn't find a black lawyer in Philadelphia, huh?
He don't trust me. That white lawyer don't give a fuck. He just wants you to take that settlement money to get paid.
Yep.
I mean, sure, if he goes to court, then you get paid more, but then the chances are you getting paid kind of gets up in the air because they might rule in favor of the two black gentlemen or they might not rule in favor of the two black gentlemen. Then the lawyer's asked out because he ain't got no money.
Plus, then he got to actually do some work.
That's true. And then again, he might be in cahoots with Starbucks. You never know.
I don't trust any lawyer.
You know, lawyers are a necessary evil sometimes, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
I trust a lawyer like I trust a stripper.
I don't trust too much of anybody. Oh my God. Yeah.
Look at her. She's riding up a storm.
She's just riding her ass off. Well, shit, man. That's all I got. Fuck Starbucks still, and fuck those two black coons who decided that it was better to take $1 than try to take on the establishment. So,
I don't think they understood what they did though, because the point I'm trying to make is they made black people look dumb. Because what's on that headline? Symbolic dollar. Regardless of the fact that they might have actually gotten some real money on the back end, that's not spoken of. What's spoken of is that symbolic dollar, which just makes us look dumb again. Because you see, it's all propaganda.
I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else, Yannick? On the phone, so we're just gonna ignore her completely. So Yannick, we had a great time today. Brother Yannick interviewed me earlier. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
Did you get the clips I sent you?
I didn't. Would you send them to email or
I put them on the Facebook Messenger.
I don't think so. Let me check the Facebook Messenger. Oh yeah, I seen them. I was just busy doing other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Righteous. So Yannick, man, what you got to promote?
I ain't got nothing going on, man. I'm still going to school, doing this thing.
That's your YouTube channel.
If y'all in Miami and you need a ride by Uber, call me.
I feel that. Yeah, ain't too much I got going on. Follow my business page, Moreland St. Louis, on both IG and Facebook. What else? Yes, my brother Metu. Please go out and support my brother Metu's Curvy and Worthy Fashion Expo coming up Sunday, May 27th from 12 to 7. 3020 South Jefferson. That's my boy Metu Jallo. He's putting on a Curvy and Worthy Fashion Expo for the BBWs and the curvy women out there that, you know, they don't get enough love. So we had him on the podcast last week, man. That's his event. So go support my brother Metu if you are in the St. Louis, Illinois metropolitan area. This is episode 22 of the St. Louis podcast. And business has been good and all that other stuff. You can reach me on IG, The Overweight Lover. That's the letter D, OVR, WEIGHT, LVR.
Oh, that's what that says?
The Overweight Lover.
I was trying to, you know how long I've been trying to figure out what that meant?
Seriously?
I'm like,
it's the letter D, Overweight Lover, LVR, Lover. He's
I never
Overweight Lover, Heavy D.
I never caught it till you said it. I was like, what Dover liver?
Don't believe it.
This whole time I was like, yo, what does that mean?
Crazy. Who's calling me? Somebody's calling me. Who is this?
That must be a good ass conversation Rebecca's having.
Somebody's calling me. Hello? Shit, what's up, partner? Hold on 1 second, bro. Hold on.
What happened to Kiki?
All right, y'all. Rebecca can be reached at Lady Q 1302.
Oh, she says a business call.
Oh, she's on a business call. Well, that's cool. We don't get the fuck about it here anyway. So we'll holler at you guys next week.
Later.
Goose.